Hello, my name is Aditi Dash. I'm an internal medicine resident. I'm going to present a case titled Break My Heart Again, a case of recurrent Takotsubo cardiomyopathy with different morphologies. Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, or TTM, first described in Japan in the 1980s, is a transient left ventricular dysfunction without obstructive coronary disease, noted to be prevalent in post-menopausal women under physical or emotional stress. We present a case of a 65-year-old female with history of emphysema, Takayasu arteritis, hypertension, and TTM who presented with worsening shortness of breath and chest pain. Patient's past cardiac history was significant for being diagnosed with Takotsubo cardiomyopathy back in 2010 when she presented with acute hypoxic respiratory failure. Echocardiogram obtained during that time showed ejection fraction of 15% with anterior, inferior, and apical segment hypokinesis with intact motion of basal segments indicative of a classic TTM picture. In June 2020, she presented with shock and hypoxia. Echocardiogram obtained during that admission revealed LVEF of 22%, but with basal and mid-ventricular hypokinesia and hyperkinetic apical segment, suggesting reverse TTM, which can be seen in video 3, figures 3 and 4. Coronary angiogram on both occasions showed no evidence of obstructive coronary artery disease. She was appropriately started on neurohormonal blockade, including beta blocker, which was uptitrated on an outpatient basis. Repeat echocardiograms obtained showed resolution of left ventricular function on both occasions, one of which can be seen in video 1. Coming to her recent admission in January 2021, in light of a clinical picture and significant cardiac history, there was a high suspicion for recurrence of TTM to begin with. Labs obtained were significant for troponin peaking at 3.3 and BNP of 795. EKG obtained showed sinus tachycardia with non-specific T-wave abnormality. Echocardiogram obtained during this admission showed a left ventricular ejection fraction of 25% with apical wall akinesia and basal segment hypokinesia, as depicted in video 2, figure 1 and figure 2. As COPD exacerbation was thought to be the inciting factor, it was appropriately managed and patient symptomatically improved. Continuation of neurohormonal blockade, however, was challenging due to symptomatic hypotension, but patient was discharged to continue management on an outpatient basis. We present this case to stress the significant recurrence rates of Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, which can be as high as 10%. It is very interesting to note different ballooning patterns in each episode in the same individual, which questions the proposed pathophysiology of possible involvement of sympathetic nerve distribution in the myocardium. On the other hand, coronary microvascular involvement is one hypothesis that could explain the varying morphologies. Another point to note here is despite being optimized on beta blocker, which is the advocated management or therapy for Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, patient had recurrence, which questions its effectiveness in preventing relapses. On the contrary, beta blocker may have some impact on COPD exacerbation, potentially contributing to recurrent events. I have listed my references. Thank you for listening to me. Have a great rest of the day.